In this video, I'll reveal my secrets to do very well in the reading section of Toefl. I went from 15 to 29 points out of 30. Stay here with me and I'll tell you right after the intro. Hey guys, welcome to channel Nova Tips. I'm Leo Nova, and in today's video I'm going to disentangle a little bit more about the reading section on Toefl. If you want to watch this video 100% in Portuguese, just click on the link down here in the description when you finish watching this one here. Before we start, I want to request you to hit the like button to motivate me to keep recording videos, and also subscribe to the channel to keep on track of the next videos I will release. Now, let's get into it. Let's talk about reading Toefl. As I already mentioned in this video here in the card above, there is a whole process before you enter the test. Metal detector, sign the confidentiality term, confirm that you are yourself. If you haven't watched the video with the 7 killer tips to do very well on Toefl, I highly recommend you watch it. Link down here in the description. After all this process to enter the test room, you sit at your station, facing the computer, confirm your data, read the instructions in the screen. I must confess, I never read it. And click on Continue and Start. The first section right away is gonna be what? Reading. It will be 54 or 72 minutes with 3 or 4 passages, 10 questions each to answer, and about 700 words each. This is a valuable information because you're gonna find a lot of outdated video informing that it is 60 to 80 minutes and 14 questions to answer. Don't be tricked by them. The rules have changed since August 19. Remember, you are there to answer the questions correctly and not to know the entire passage.
But Nova, if I don't read the text, how can I answer the questions?
Relax, I'll get there. The questions come in order according to the text, so you don't have to worry about reading everything to know the answer. As far as you go answering, you will understand the text better and have more basis for the next questions. The last questions are usually related to an overall understanding of the text. There are techniques on how to read the text objectively, the so-called skimming. If you want me to make a video explaining how to do the skimming, leave a comment below, okay? Learning to read the text more objectively will increase your score on the test considerably. I went from 15 to 29 out of 30. That means I almost scored the maximum. Now, let's talk about the secret tips during the exam. Tip number 1. Read the whole text at the beginning is useless. As soon as the exam starts, the text appears on the screen. Scroll the bar all the way to the end and click on Continue, because it will show you the first question on the left half on the screen and on the other half, the text. That way, before you even start reading the text, you already know which is the first question. Then you go to the text and try to find the answer. An important tip here, read the question but not the answers. Otherwise, it may end up confusing more than helping. Question 1 will most likely be related to paragraph 1. Here you can use 2 strategies, skimming, as I mentioned before, or read the first and last sentence of the first paragraph. I must confess, I'm not good at skimming, so I read the first and last sentence of the first paragraph. This will already give you an idea if the answer to the first question will be there or not. Most likely it will. If you suspect that the answer is not there, just read the first sentence of each subsequent paragraph, which is enough to know where the answer will be. Tip number 2. Really? I thought you were my friend. Tip number 2. Search for keywords. When reading question none, for instance, find the most important words in the question and search for these words in the text. Did you find the words? Good. Now read the sentence where these words are to have a better understanding, and then you go back to the question to read the options. Usually, you will eliminate one or two options that have nothing to do with the message in the text, and will remain two that most likely are the correct ones. Just doing this doubles your chance of getting it right from 25%, 1 out of 4, to 50%, 1 out of 2. Then you reread the two you were divided to understand what the difference between them is. Go back to the text and read the sentence again. That way you will realize which option fits with what the passage says. Doing this back and forth process helped me to score 29 out of 30. And if it worked for me, it might work for you as well. Tip number 3, don't waste your time on what you were sure of. The test will have one vocabulary question such as, in the passage the word table refers to what? If you know the word, take a look at the sentence where the word is in bold and read it. Then you confirm if the meaning is exactly what you were thinking. If so, check this one and move forward.
Benova, why am I going to read the text if I already know what the meaning is?
Well, the thing about it is, sometimes the word can be in a connotative sense, or it can have more than one specific meaning. Using the same example as table, the text is talking about table of contents. And in the options you have one of the answers saying, an object where people sit down and eat, and you mark this one. And another option saying, an instrument that shows information about a particular subject. You may end up losing easy points. You don't have a lot of time to spend in a question. So questions like this help you to save precious seconds for more difficult ones. Of course, this tip not only works for the vocabulary one, but also for all the other questions. Tip number 4, don't panic if you don't know the answer or if you don't understand the question. Depending on your goal, the minimum grade for each section may vary. But I don't believe that the institution you are applying for will require you to score 30 points in a section. And panic will only complicate yourself, making you miss even more questions. You read it. You don't understand? Read it again. Don't understand again? Read the options and try to make a correlation with what you already know about the text. If you are in doubt between 2 or 3, write on the piece of paper provided to you with the number of the question and the options that you are unsure of. Then pick one of them and move on. If there's time left in the end, you go back to it. Sometimes the next questions help you to better understand this one that you are not sure. But never, I said never, leave it blank. Whatever it is, just mark an option. If you have no idea what it might be, just pick any one. You still have 25% of chance of getting it right. And not checking anything, it's 100% sure you're gonna miss this point. Tip number 5, control your time. I already gave this tip and several others about the text in general in the video 7 killer tips on how to master Toefl. And the reason why I'm saying it again, it's that it's crucial to you master it. For each passage, you have on average 18 minutes. But that doesn't mean that after 18 minutes, you're gonna move automatically to the next one. No, you manage this. If you don't monitor yourself, you're able to waste the entire time on the first passage and not having time to read and answer the next ones. Do you want a tip to know if you are running well or out of time? As I said before, each text will have 10 questions related, right? So if we're in question number 5, half, and your time is approximately 9 minutes, you're at a good place. If it's less than 9 minutes, great, but don't relax. Keep saving as much time as you can. If you are over 9 minutes, that's a sign that you need to tighten your pace a little bit more. This helps to minimize a panic mode when the timer shows that there are only 5 minutes left to finish the reading section. Tip number 6. Only return to the questions you left behind after finishing all passages of the reading. Remember those questions you left behind because you were not sure of the correct answer? After you finish the 3 or 4 passages, take the remaining time to return to them. If time is short, go back to the ones that you have the most control over and you're almost sure they are right. Then you go to the ones that were more difficult to understand. That way, you can still add at least 1 or 2 points to your final grade, which, believe me, makes all the difference. Well, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to hit the like button to motivate me to keep recording videos for you with tips like this. And leave your comments and suggestions for other videos down below here in the description. You don't leave comment in the description, Leo. Stupid. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips like this. Okay? I'll catch you up in the next video. See you later.